Obviously, Colorado's the talk right now. Outside of Indiana, if it wasn't for Cignetti, we'd probably be talking about Prime as one of the coaches of the year. Obviously, he's going to get some recognition depending on how Indiana finishes and how Colorado finishes. But how do you see Colorado if they win the Big 12, if they go to the college football playoffs? Everybody's talking about, we talked about at the beginning of the segment, moving on to the end. Do you see Deion Sanders being the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes next year in any capacity, or is he going to the NFL or maybe even possible to the Florida State University? Because I know they just gave the coach Norvell a big contract there, but they got money to buy him out.
Yeah, I would be the one thing if I was a Colorado fan that I'd be most worried about is that he tries to go to the NFL because a lot of college coaches go to the NFL and they bomb. Well, Jim Harbaugh is not bombing, but Jim Harbaugh, he killed it with the 49ers, came back to Michigan, won a national title, and now he's killing it with the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh played in the NFL for a long time, and Jim Harbaugh going back there, he knew what it took. A lot of college guys, they don't have any experience, and they go there, and it doesn't work out. Well, Deion is completely different because Deion was a legendary player. He knows that world. I think also, I'm a believer because going to the game last week, Mike, we've been there in Boulder before since, last year, but it's different energy than almost any other place I've been to for a game in a long time. And it's a reflection of him, and it's a reflection of certainly some of his star players. And what I wonder about, though, is when Shedeur leaves and when Travis leaves, which will, be very soon, it's going to feel very different if he, and I think if there's an NFL team looking at it and going, you know what, I think Shedeur can be a franchise quarterback. Who better to coach him, to be the head coach, than the guy who's, spent 15 years in the NFL as a Pro Football Hall of Famer. And we see, he can coach. People, I think, get it twisted and think of a lot of style, and there's a lot of stuff that they may be uncomfortable with, and they don't realize. I've talked to guys who work for him at CU, and the picture they paint is way different than what a lot of people think they're seeing. Right. And so I wouldn't doubt him, but I just, I come back to thinking, if you're CU, you would do anything you can to keep him. I don't know if there's
what can they do?
I don't know if there's a dollar figure, for him to make it so prohibitive that he would be no, I'm going to stay here, as opposed to, go stay connected and be directly involved with my son's development in the NFL.
But I hear you, and that'll be a great story. Obviously, with LeBron and Bronny and all that stuff like that, LeBron has the power to be able to tell the Lakers, draft my son. Yeah. If Deion goes to an NFL team.
The Raiders?
That's the only spot, though.
That's the only
you're
spot.
Talking about, is Deion going to let Shedeur go to Cleveland or the Jets? No, absolutely not. He's going to sit out. They're going to pull an Eli Manning or a Bo Jackson.
Right.
Raiders is really the only spot. They'd have to one and done Antonio Pierce, but they're
that
in
wouldn't
position.
shock me if they one and done Antonio
not
Pierce.
at all.
No, but I'm saying they're in position. They're 5th overall, and they could just force him Shedeur there, and then Deion's the coach.
Deion in Vegas sounds like it might be a very good fit.
I understand that, but can we put the draft order up again? Because I got to find out where.
And all the other teams have quarterback. Jacksonville has a quarterback.
So, all right, the Browns need a quarterback. The Giants need a quarterback. The Giants need and they're just saying Shedeur is going to be the first quarterback off the board.
Travis might go to the Giants. Who knows? Right?
But Travis might go to the Jaguars. Travis might be the number 1 overall pick. Any team would want to have the Browns need they need wide receivers. They need all the help all they can get. So Travis is definitely going to be one of the top picks in the draft, maybe top 3 picks in the draft. But as far as quarterbacks are concerned, the Giants need a quarterback. Giants are tanking right now.
Yeah.
The Raiders could still be there, whatnot. There's no guarantee. It's Prime going to a NFL team, which great story, obviously, right? Everything that you mentioned, the players, he still resonates with the players of today. They remember his YouTube. They remember how great he was. He still got that swagger. He still has that persona, has that grace, and the players love him to death and whatnot. He can go there, but there's no guarantee he can actually have his players.
I get it, yeah.
His son drafted to that team. because other teams are in need of a great quarterback, and they're not just going to like, oh, that's a nice story. We're just going to let you guys have that quarterback so Shador can go there. Obviously, there can be some times where they can make it difficult for a team to draft them. Like you said, Cleveland Browns, I would never let my son play for the Cleveland Browns. I wouldn't. I would think about maybe not the Raiders. I don't know, because sometimes I just think dysfunction carries over.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady being there is a huge factor, though.
That helps. That helps.
I feel like you're talking yourself over here.
Yeah.
I'm just helping you out.
He's happy he's got a quarterback right now.
Helping you out, Bruce. Drake May's the truth.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.